Hi everyone, it's Miss Kate.
Hi, Miss Hazel behind the scenes.
Today we're going to learn a little bit about an artist named Emilee Williams and about shades and tints. So this is not her work, this is my work, but Emilee Wilson created a piece. She does a lot with doodles and paint, and then she also created a piece that had one red boat on it. So we're inspired by her painting. So today we're also going to learn about shades and tints. A shade is a color with black added to it so that it becomes a darker version of that color, like blue. And then a tint is a color with white added to it to create a lighter version. So we're going to work with those shades and tints and be inspired by Emilee Williams.
That's fancy, Miss Kate.
It's so fancy. So we're starting off, I already did mine, but I doodled some waves. So I used a black Sharpie or black permanent marker and created sort of a wave pattern and then added some more and then doodled in there. And this is where we're going to add our paint. So we start off with 3 colors of watercolor. We actually have this. We have black watercolor and white watercolor paints. And then this is a blue with a little bit of aqua blue added in there.
Bluish.
Bluish. It's blue, but it's blue. Yeah, a little more bluish. I'm going to work upside down with you. So we're going to start at the top because we're going to go with our lightest color down to the darkest color at the bottom. So I'm going to add a little bit of this blue color to the white. And then you can see it's a pretty light blue now. And I'll start up at the top and paint in. So I'm going to try and do this quickly so that you can see the results of adding more color.
Turned out to be a pretty color blue.
It did really turn out to be a nice color, didn't it? I love that white watercolor that we have. It's fun to use.
It looks like milk.
Yeah, it does.
Don't drink it.
I don't think it would taste good in your cereal. It'd be kind of yucky. So I'm going to do this part as quickly as I can so that you can see what happens when we start adding more color. So I'm still going to use that same mix that I started with, but I'm going to add more blue to get it to be a little bit darker.
Ooh.
And stir that up, and now I'm going to go into my second part. Now I'm going really into where the water is. I'm imagining this is the sky, and now I'm moving down into the water. So you can see, if you look at layers of the ocean, it gets darker as it goes down. It's lighter at the top because the sun is still coming through that area. So I may want to even add more blue to this. It still looks kind of like maybe a little bit too close to the sky color. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more. See how that is. See if it's a little bit darker. Oh yeah, that's darker. And I'll keep going down a few layers of the water here. Come on, get on there. Okay, and now I'm going to go straight to the blue. I'm going to put the light blue aside and I'll go just to blue. And I'm going to mix in some of what was above with what's down below. Fill all this in. And then wait till you see what happens next. Now we're going to go, so that was a tint when you added the white in. But now we're going to go for a shade because we want it to be a little bit darker. And the way to do that is to add some black. So I'm going to actually go over some of this with the shade. I'm going to take a little bit of this black and add it into the blue. I don't want to use it all yet. And now I'm going to mix that up. And you'll see that now it's even darker. I don't know how well this shows up, but I'm going to try and create a darker palette at the bottom. And then at the very end, you'll see what I'm going to do. Is it looking darker to you up there? So we're using watercolor paper because it absorbs the paint really well. And that looks nice. But now we're going to get down to the you can see I'm starting mixing and matching some of the colors too, because the ocean does that also. Now I'm going to just take a little bit of this blue and I'm going to add it to the Sorry, some friends just rode their bikes by while we're doing this. Now I'm going to add it to the very bottom here. I'm going to,
Oh, that's dark.
yeah, it's very dark. Because way at the bottom of the sea is pretty dark.
So
A
pretty.
little bit of blue in here. And now we're going to get all the way to the bottom. Hopefully it didn't take too long on this. And you can still see, because it's, we use Sharpie, you can still see the marks through here. Add a little bit more over here to kind of get some of that in. And you can add in a little bit more to kind of give it some more depth and color. Okay, now, while that is drying, and I've already done this part, Miss Hazel and I love painted paper. So at the end of a day when we have a lot of paint left over, we paint over some scratch paper and then put that over to dry and use it for something like this. So this is painted paper. You can see use some white and some of the blue or purple and red. I'm going to cut out the shape of a boat. So I imagine you've done this and now you've let it dry. So I'm going to do sort of a half circle at the bottom here that I could use if I imagine what this is going to look like. I'd maybe put that right down there. And then I'm also going to want a sail. So I'm going to use the white side of this. And this may be a little bit large. I may adjust it to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to show you on this other finished one that then you can use a glue stick that I had here a moment ago. A glue stick will actually just put that right on. Oh, I left it over here. Okay, so I'd use a glue stick to put this on. And then I also, and when I was all done, I used Sharpie to put a post there for the mainsail. And then you have this lovely painting. So have fun with this, and we'll see you soon, okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.